Discover the secrets of Poland, the country of castles, history, and curiosities that you didn't know. Poland is a country full of history, mystery, and culture, and there are many secrets you may not have known about this fascinating nation. Did you know that Poland is home to more than 500 medieval castles and that some of them hold stories dating back to the Middle Ages? Have you ever wondered what secrets are hidden in the salt mines of Wieliczka or in the primeval forests that have stood the test of time? If you are passionate about discovering places full of history and culture, this video is for you. Today we will take you on a journey through Poland, where we will explore some of its most interesting aspects, from its most emblematic monuments to curiosities that will surprise you. Stay with us and discover all that Poland has to offer. And before we continue, which is the most fascinating castle in Poland for you? Would you dare to visit any of them? Leave us your comments and don't forget to like us if you like historical curiosities. Poland is a country full of history, culture, and amazing landscapes. Located in Central Europe, this nation has witnessed crucial events that have marked not only its destiny, but that of the entire region. From the ancient medieval cities to the vast plains that stretch across its territory, Poland presents itself as a place full of contrasts. In this text, we will explore some of the curiosities and fascinating facts about this country, with a special focus on its rich history and fascinating collection of castles. Poland is known for its impressive architectural heritage, highlighted by its vast number of medieval castles. It is estimated that the country is home to more than 500 castles, some of which date back to the Middle Ages. These castles were not only military fortresses, but also administrative centers and residences of the nobility. Among the most famous is Wawel Castle, located in Krakow, which is an emblem of Polish history. This castle was the royal residence of Polish monarchs for centuries and is one of the most visited monuments in Poland. Its Renaissance architecture and its imposing location on a hill give it an air of majesty that attracts tourists from all over the world. Another of the most emblematic castles is the Malbork Castle, which is the largest brick castle in the world and a clear example of medieval Gothic architecture. This castle was built in the 13th century by the Teutonic Knights, a military order that played a decisive role in the history of Poland and Central Europe. Over the centuries, Malbork Castle has witnessed battles, changes of power, and renovations that have left their mark on the structure. Today, it is in perfect condition and is one of the most visited tourist destinations in Poland, attracting more than 300,000 visitors annually. The fascination with castles does not end there. Poland is home to numerous other castles and fortresses, each with its own history and mystery. In all, more than 5,000 kilometers of walls, towers, and defensive structures, the country, giving it a medieval fairy tale atmosphere. Some of these castles, such as Ksaja's Castle in the Lower Silesia region, are famous not only for their architecture, but also for the rumors that swirl around them. In particular, Ksaja's Castle is linked to conspiracy theories about lost Nazi treasure, making it a place of mystery that attracts the curious. In addition to its castles, Poland boasts impressive geography and biodiversity. From the high mountains of the Carpathian Mountains to the gentle hills of the Polish plains, the country is a paradise for nature lovers. In the south of Poland, you will find the Tatras, a mountain range that is part of the Carpathian Mountains. This area is a popular destination for hiking, skiing, and other outdoor activities. The Tatra National Park, which encompasses a vast expanse of natural landscapes, is home to rare species of flora and fauna, some of which can only be found in this region of the world. Poland is also famous for its lakes. In total, the country has more than 9,000 lakes, many of them in the north of the country, in the Mazuria region. This region, known as the Land of 1,000 Lakes, is a paradise for boaters and fishermen. The lakes of Mazuria are connected to each other by canals that allow navigation from one lake to another, creating a unique aquatic network in Europe. These lakes, surrounded by forests and small villages, offer landscapes of tranquil beauty that invite relaxation and contemplation. In terms of its history, Poland has witnessed some of the most significant events in Europe. For centuries, it was a powerful empire that, in its golden age, stretched from the Baltic Sea in the north to the Black Sea in the south. Poland, in its heyday, was a center of trade and culture, with cities such as Krakow, Gdansk, and Warsaw being hubs of intellectual and artistic development. However, its history is also marked by periods of suffering and resistance. Over the centuries, Poland suffered invasions and partitions that led to the dissolution of the Polish state on several occasions. One of the darkest moments in Polish history occurred during World War II. Poland was one of the first countries to be invaded by Nazi Germany in 1939, which started the global conflict. During the Nazi occupation, millions of Poles, both Jews and non-Jews, were victims of the Holocaust. In Auschwitz, one of the most notorious concentration camps, more than 1 million people lost their lives. The Auschwitz site is now a memorial and museum that serves to remember the atrocities committed and educate future generations about the horrors of Nazism. But despite the tragedies it has faced, Poland has also been a symbol of resistance and rebirth. Throughout history, Poles have fought for their independence and resisted foreign invasions. The Solidarity movement, led by Lech Walesa, was a crucial milestone in the struggle against the communist regime in the 1980s. This labor and political movement played an important role in the collapse of communism in Central and Eastern Europe, contributing to the fall of the Berlin Wall and the eventual establishment of a democracy in Poland. Poland is also a country with a rich cultural tradition that has left its mark on the world. Its literature, music, and art have influenced various artistic currents. Polish-born composer Frédéric Chopin is one of the most celebrated musicians in history, whose compositions continue to be performed and admired around the world. The work of Polish writers such as Wisława Szymborska, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1996, and Andrzej Wajda, an award-winning film director, has been internationally recognized for its intellectual depth and focus on themes of identity, history, and resistance. In terms of gastronomy, Poland is famous for its hearty and flavorful cuisine. Some of the most traditional dishes include pierogi, a kind of dumpling stuffed with meat, potatoes, cheese, or fruit, and bigos, a cabbage and meat stew. Polish food is known to be hearty and comforting, ideal for the country's cold winters. Poland is also a major producer of vodka, and its vodka is famous for its quality. Over the years, it has been considered one of the best spirits in the world, with numerous brands enjoying international prestige. Poland is undoubtedly a country full of history, beauty, and surprises. From the medieval castles that dominate the landscape to the mountains and lakes that offer serene peace, this country has much to offer. Its people, culture, and resilience in the face of adversity make it a unique place in the heart of Europe. Without a doubt, Poland is a fascinating destination for those looking to immerse themselves in rich history, vibrant culture, and dazzling nature. With more than 38 million inhabitants and an area exceeding 312,000 square kilometers, Poland remains one of the most important nations in Europe, both historically and culturally. If you ever get the chance to visit, don't hesitate to explore all that this amazing country has to offer. Poland is a country with an impressive cultural history, which has left a deep imprint on literature, music, film, art, and other areas of human knowledge. One of the most outstanding facets of its culture is its literary tradition. Poland has produced a large number of writers who have had a significant impact on world literature. Among them is the name of Czesław Miłosz, who received the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1980. Miłosz is known for his profound essays and poetry, which explore themes of exile, identity, and the complex history of Central Europe. There is also Wisława Szymborska, who won the Nobel in 1996 and whose poetry is characterized by its philosophical outlook, irony, and ability to explore the most fundamental issues of human existence. Polish culture has also been strongly marked by music, and one cannot talk about Poland without mentioning Frédéric Chopin, one of the most important composers in the history of classical music. Born in 1810 in Zelazowa Wola, near Warsaw, Chopin became a cultural symbol of Poland, and his music is still performed on stages all over the world. The Polonaise, a traditional Polish dance, has a special importance in the work of Chopin, who popularized it through his compositions. Today, Poland celebrates his musical legacy with festivals such as the International Chopin Piano Competition, which attracts pianists from around the world to perform his works. Another aspect of Polish culture is its cinema, which has been recognized internationally. Poland has given the world-renowned filmmakers, such as Andrzej Wajda, whose work has been instrumental in bringing Polish history and politics to light through the silver screen. His film Aida, which won the Oscar for Best Foreign Film in 2015, became an international success. In addition, Krzysztof Kieślowski, another acclaimed Polish director, is known for his Three Colors series of films, which explore life and morality through three symbolic colors, blue, white, and red. Kieślowski, along with Wajda, has put Poland on the map of world cinema, showing a complex relationship between national identity and universal human challenges. Poles have a strong relationship with folklore, and traditions from different regions of the country are still alive to this day. For example, Polish folk music, which varies from region to region, is very rich in traditional instruments such as accordion, guitar, violin, and tambura. In the Tatra Mountains, the songs of the Highlanders called Górale are especially well known, and their dances are still performed during folk festivals. Polish folklore is also reflected in their traditional costumes, such as the costumes of the village women of the Mazovia region, with their colorful skirts and headdresses. In terms of festivities, Poland has some of the most unique and significant celebrations in Europe. All Saints' Day, celebrated on November 1st, is one of the most important holidays. During this date, Poles visit cemeteries to honor their loved ones, decorating graves with candles and flowers. The atmosphere in the cemeteries, illuminated by candlelight, creates a solemn and touching atmosphere. In addition, Christmas Day and New Year's Eve are times when families gather to share traditional meals such as bigos, a meat and cabbage stew, and pierogi, which are dumplings stuffed with different ingredients. In terms of gastronomy, Poland has a wide variety of dishes that reflect its history and climate. Beet soup, called borscht, is one of the country's most typical dishes. It is often served as a first course at Christmas meals, and can be accompanied by a kind of pastry called uska, filled with mushrooms and onions. Also common is zurek, a sourdough soup with sausages, which has a sour taste and is a very comforting dish during Polish winters. Poles are great lovers of desserts, and sernik, cheesecake, and makowiak, poppy seed cake, are especially popular during celebrations. Poland is also a country with a rich handicraft tradition. Bolesławiec ceramics, for example, are famous for their intricate designs and vibrant colors. These ceramics, which are produced in the town of Bolesławiec in western Poland, are known throughout the world for their quality and beauty. In addition, Poland has a long tradition of glassmaking, especially in the Krosno region, where craftsmen have been producing high-quality blown glass for centuries. The Silesian region is famous for its textiles and embroidery, which often reflect the traditional patterns of the region. As for curiosities, Poland has some of the most unusual and surprising traditions. One of them is the Śmigus Dęgieł, celebrated on Easter Monday. On this day, Poles throw water on each other as part of an ancient tradition symbolizing the purification and rebirth of spring. In some regions, St. Andrew's Day, celebrated on November 29th, is a day dedicated to divination, where people, especially young girls, practice rituals to predict their future, such as the famous tradition of pouring melted wax through a key and observing the shapes that are created. The country also boasts some natural wonders that amaze those who visit. The Białowieża Forest, which is located on the border between Poland and Belarus, is one of the last primeval forests in Europe and has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This forest is home to European bison, a species that was on the verge of extinction but is now protected in the region. The bison roam freely in the forest, making it one of the few places in Europe where they can be seen in their natural habitat. The Wieleczka salt mine system, near Krakow, is another of Poland's most impressive wonders. This mine, which has been in operation since the 13th century, is one of the oldest working sites in the world and also a World Heritage Site. Visitors can tour its subway chambers, some of which have been transformed into chapels, museums, and concert halls. The salt mine is not only a tourist site, but also a masterpiece of engineering and human perseverance. Poland, in addition to its rich history, culture, and traditions, is also a modern and vibrant country with a growing economy and a young population that looks to the future with hope and determination. In recent years, Warsaw, the capital, has experienced a remarkable architectural renaissance, with modern skyscrapers rising alongside historic monuments. Poland is a country at the intersection of tradition and modernity, and its ability to adapt and evolve while keeping its rich cultural heritage alive makes it a unique place in Europe. And so we have come to the end of this tour of Poland. We hope you have enjoyed getting to know this fascinating country, its castles, its history, and all the curiosities that make it unique. If you want to keep discovering more interesting content about other countries, history, culture, and much more, we invite you to subscribe to our channel World in Evolution. Don't miss any of our videos. Also, if you want to keep learning and expanding your knowledge, visit our website selfmadamillionaires.online, where you will find valuable resources for your personal and professional development. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time.